Well, welcome back to the Aimmee Kodachian and the Expert Show, where we get some of the top speakers, experts in the world to help you transform your business and personal life. I am your host, Aimmee Kodachian.
Not
Kodachian! That was good teamwork.
Yeah, good
right
job.
there.
And I'm your co-host, Stephanie Thompson. In this episode, we've been learning about how to become a public speaker. We've been learning all sorts of great things about having an authentic message, getting good training, having a good marketing plan, and about speaker bureaus, which Jennifer has her Las Vegas Keynote Speakers Bureau. And this segment, we're going to talk about how Jennifer got started.
Yeah, and her journey in entertainment.
Yes, yes.
Right? Yeah, I'm still learning the English.
I know you are. I love your, by the way, I love your messages on my phone when you leave me a voice message. It is the coolest darn thing to hear you.
I still have that accent.
Please don't change it. Please don't change it.
Keep it, right?
Please keep it. Please keep it.
Organic.
Yes, don't fix it.
Sounds good. So, Jennifer, share with us, how did you do that?
How did I get...
how did you get into all this?
All this,
Share
well,
us with your journey.
Interestingly enough, so like you said, 25 years in the entertainment business. I was 19 years old when I stepped on stage for the very first time here in Las Vegas, and I was in a lounge band, and I was the youngest one on the strip. I was 19 years old.
Wow.
Lied about my age. And you're supposed to be over 21 to be in the casinos, right?
Oh,
and
that's right.
Right. So I was in the lounges, and I was
Okay.
doing my thing. And in fact, I had my 21st birthday on stage. I'd already been performing for 2 years, right? And so I had my family brings these happy 21 on the balloons on the stage, and the pit bosses are like, what do we don't know here about yet? So anyway, that's a whole other story. So but let me back up just a little bit, and this is why one of the reasons why I love what I do today is that. So when I was 18 years old, I lost 100 pounds.
Wow, that's amazing.
I grew up
That is
very.
amazing.
Thank you. It's always been a journey. It's been a journey up to then and since then. And so I grew up very shy, very inhibited child, and didn't see a lot of success in my future, and I just didn't have a lot of motivation, positivity, things to help me, guide me in my
we should say
life.
sharing your inspiring story.
Thank you.
It's
Yes.
very inspirational.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
inspiring.
And I had a friend today. She's a very, very good friend of mine. She owned a talent troupe, and she did talent stuff in Las Vegas. And I was 18, just graduated from high school. I was performing in a talent show, and she said, "Okay, let me hear your talents." And it was my turn to sing for her, and she said, "What are you doing with that?" And I said, "Nothing. I'm just trying to work my way through college, and I'm going to school here and there, and not really sure what I'm doing." I was on my own, 18 years old, by myself. And she said, "Wow, you really have a talent. If you lose that weight, you can do this for a living." And nobody ever told me that. This is 1989, so there was no internet. We don't know how to Google search. There was no American Idol. There was nothing to show us that you too could live your dream, right?
You have an opportunity.
Yes, and so that was it. All I needed to hear was that moment of inspiration of you can do it. If you do that, you can do it. You can make this happen. And so I proceeded didn't know how, but just the obvious, learned how to, lost 100 pounds by literally, I was the first Subway girl. I was so mad when Jared came out, the fact that he was, not came out, let's not go there. But
exactly.
Sorry,
exactly.
but when he was the spokesperson, because he lost all that weight, that's what I did when I was 18. I couldn't afford much. I'd have half a sandwich for lunch and for dinner, and it was a vegetarian sandwich. I cut out, I just did the normal stuff. I cut out the junk.
Focused.
I was laser focused.
Success.
Yes, and
success.
It was, and what I did was, I just took out the obvious. I didn't eat candy or soda and drink soda. I just drank water and iced tea and healthy foods. I didn't eat before I went to bed, and I was 18, folks, so it came off probably a little easier than if I was doing it today. And so it did change the fact that it was able to come off. Yeah, I'm 18 and a half now. And but I wasn't in shape, so I didn't go to a gym. I was embarrassed, and so I just walked, and I started started walking 10 minutes and then 15 and then a half an hour, and then I just kept progressing the better
That's
I
what
get.
happened to a lot of people. They get embarrassed to go to the gym.
Yeah,
so
so
what the gym is all
walking,
about.
walk.
It's
Just
about,
go walk. It's about
it's-
exercise.
yeah.
Move your body. Just go walk. And so,
Move.
like I said, I started small, what I could do, and then I worked higher until I could progress up to an hour. And then I did it every once in a while, at least 3 times a week. And that, with good eating, allowed me to lose 100 pounds in a year. And I auditioned. Somebody said, "Hey, you're really great. You should go audition for this band." And then there it was. So here I am. That's my backstory. And I auditioned for the band. They gave me a shot. I was as green as could be. And I started singing in the lounges on stage at 19. And I became very good very quick.
Wow, I'm getting into your story now. Like, this is so inspiring.
It was amazing. And then I did that for several years. And a girlfriend of mine, I was in like 22, 23, and a girlfriend of mine, the same girlfriend actually said, you're trying to get through college. Why don't you audition or go for Miss Las Vegas, for Miss America, for the Miss America program? They offer scholarships. And so, scared because I'd never been on a stage with a bathing suit, which, I remember I was that heavy and I didn't know what that would feel like. I did it anyway. And that was the thing, is like, go and do it anyway. And so I never said no to an opportunity, ever. And
take every opportunity.
Every opportunity.
This one.
Changed everything. And so,
great.
and so I went and I won Miss Las Vegas. I was first runner-up at Miss Nevada. Who would have thought? And then
Miss Las Vegas and Miss Nevada.
Yep.
Wow,
Yep.
that's hard to get,
Well,
both of them.
funny enough, the first time I was first runner-up, and then they asked me back a couple of years later. They said, "You really need to do this." And next year I won, and I went to Miss America, won the talent award then. And fast forward, I know we're running out of time. I then took off. I started performing in shows, headlining shows, traveled around the world. I've been on television. I've been on reality TV shows. I've opened for Don Rickles. Been with Wayne Newton. I worked with Wayne Newton. I've with several different celebrities. I've been an on-camera host. I've worked with many high-level companies as an MC, as a spokesperson, and I wanted to get out of the entertainment business. And I married a motivational speaker. How do you like that? And so I got to know Dan Lier as my husband, and he's extraordinary. And I learned the business, and so I wanted to.
He's one of the top speakers in Vegas.
Yes,
right?
oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, he's really
and
good.
so I learned the business because I was around him. It was so close to the corporate end of entertainment, which I was doing as well in my entertainment business. And so I wanted to segue out of entertainment and do something on a greater scale and help speakers, help companies and clients pair them
like
with the right.
You want to become speakers.
Absolutely, I wanted to be able to help
Yeah.
people get the career of their dreams, and that's my job. I believe that's what I was born to do, and
Yes.
and put here on this earth to help speakers grow their business, learn how to be or get to be directed properly, and
Sure.
have good proper coaching and understanding and
And
guidance.
don't go through the struggles.
Yes.
Trust me, you
Yes.
don't want to do that.
Yes, and then really be able to help the clients, my clients that are so thrilled that I got them a great speaker. There's nothing better than that, and
Sure.
I love sending checks to my speakers after they've done an event. That feels amazing.
Yes.
So it helps everyone. I feel like it's the bigger picture, like I said, and that's my story, and that's how I got here today.
This is my story, and that's how I get it. This was so simple. She made it so simple. You're amazing.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for being you, and thank you for sharing and paying it forward. And that's the kind of people I like to be around, who likes to pay it forward, and not just we made it and that's it. We don't want to teach anybody else. We don't want to help anybody else. Who's coming next week?
Next week we have Judy Morio, and she's
Yes.
going to share a very inspirational story
Oh,
with us.
She's amazing. You don't want to
Yes.
miss her.
You
Yes.
do
Yes.
not want to miss Judy Morio next
Yes.
Thursday from 4 to 5 live. If you miss the live show, you could always go to AK, for my first name, the initial AK, and theexperts.com. AK and theexperts.com, and you could watch every episode that we have recorded. So until then, you take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you,
me.
Stephanie, for
Thank
your
you.
help.
Thank you so much.
And always remember, this is Aimmee Kodachian.
Not
the Kardashians.
Thank you. We'll see you next
you.
week.